Yo, what is the deal, everybody? What is the deal, everybody? Welcome to another Raider Nation Unlimited. I'm your man, Wasted Talent. Salute to everybody in the chat. Get wasted with your brother, Wasted. Yo, this is a very eventful day in the National Football League. There's a lot of news. There's a lot of rumors around here. But listen, yo, I had to get back at y'all. I got to get back at y'all. I have to. It's time, yo. It is time, yo. Listen, man, there are rumors out there. You know, we heard it earlier today. You know, I'm sure you guys have all heard the Jalen Carter rumors. You know, we like to unpack that. I mean, to be honest with you, you guys know how I feel about Jalen Carter. Y'all know how I feel about Jalen Carter. You guys understand that, you know, I wanted the Raiders to draft Jalen Carter in a big way. He's just the right kind of aggressive. You know, he is everything that you would want in a defensive tackle from on a field perspective. But, you know, he is a guy who comes with his set of concerns. And some of that has carried him into the National Football League. And there are rumors by NFL insider Ricky Scoops that the Eagles and the Raiders are discussing a Maxx Crosby for Jalen Carter kind of compensation package. Now, a lot of people might think that, you know, this is not something that can happen. But this is the problem with the Eagles, right? And when you start looking at, you know, Jalen Carter's contract and you start looking at the fact that, you know what I mean, the Eagles have such a talented roster, man, such a talented roster. And I think that at this point, you know what I mean, Nick Sirianni and everybody down there in Philadelphia feel like they have the kind of roster where they should be competing for a Super Bowl and winning a Super Bowl. And the thing is this, you know, Jalen Carter is in a spot where he is still on his rookie deal. You know, he signed a 4-year, $21 million fully guaranteed rookie contract with the Philadelphia Eagles in 2023, including a $12.86 million signing bonus and the fifth-year option, which if the Raiders were to get the services of Jalen Carter, they would also be able to sign him to a fifth-year deal as of March 2026. And listen, he's playing in the final year of that deal. The salary cap hit is $6.4 million, which is not a lot at all. And this is something that really, if you are the Eagles and you look at their roster and all of the potential people that they would have to sign, getting a Maxx Crosby on a deal that is already set up, that is really, to be honest with you, a family-friendly deal for them, a team-friendly deal that they would inherit, kind of sets them up to be able to sign some of their other pieces right now. I know a lot of people are like, hey, Max makes more than Jalen Carter. Why would you say that, Wasted? And the reason why we say that is that the Eagles will be resetting the market with Jalen Carter's contract. They'd be resetting the market. I mean, you know, some people think that Carter could reset the market with a 4-year, $108 million deal, which would make him the second highest paid defensive tackle in the league behind, you know, Chris Jones. And it's the thing. Jones signed a 5-year deal for $158 million in 2024, and it pays him approximately $31 million per year, right? So Jalen Carter could probably get a deal north of that. And when Carter is finally eligible to get that extension, man, let me tell you something. The Eagles would have to gut the rest of their roster to accommodate that. Now you have him, you have Davis, you have Nolan Smith. I mean, you got a lot of guys really on that roster. A lot of guys, man. And I'm gonna be real with you. You know, them getting Maxx Crosby would get, you know, as far as from a pass rusher perspective, give them that defensive end, that pass rush presence that they need. And then, you know, as far as clogging the middle up, you know, Jordan Davis and the other guys that they have on that defensive line are more than capable of kind of keeping that thing going. So the Maxx Crosby and Jalen Carter thing does make sense. I know a lot of people were like, why would you want to get rid of Jalen Carter, 24 years old for older Maxx Crosby. But the contract details would work out a little bit better for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. You know what I mean? So look, man, and really today there are rumors all over the place that the Philadelphia Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys, there are multiple deals with multiple picks for the Raiders for the services of Maxx Crosby, and the Raiders are just mulling them over. Now, listen, at this point, man, I'm going to be, I'm going to be a person who is just going to be straight up and down with you. I love Maxx Crosby, and you guys know I'm a huge fan of him. He's done a great job by the Raiders. He's done a great job by the nation. But I think at this point, if you can get this kind of compensation based off of where he is in his career, the way he sees things going, where his mindset is, it's probably time to move him. It's always better to move a player a year too early than a year too late. It always is, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. Tell a friend and tell a friend. My guy Space Beast with the first super of the day. We weren't choir boys when we won. And see, that's the thing. Salute to my guy Space Beast. That is the thing, bro. That's the thing. I don't have a problem with Jalen Carter. If listen, he get a penalty or two as long as it's not at the wrong time, and he's actually here and he doesn't get arrested and he can be on the field and play, then goddamn it, applaud him. But he's just the right kind of aggressive for the Raiders. Thank you, sweetheart. Superior cup of coffee by my daughter. Superior cup of coffee by my daughter, man. But that listen, and John, maybe John, yo, I'm finally wrapping my head around getting rid of Maxx. I mean, bro, it just really for where we are, bringing in a new quarterback, new coach, new GM, new. Yo, this is really rebuilding. It's really rebuilding, and it's nothing wrong with that. I think we've always been kind of scared of that. But listen, if any deal is out there, right? If it's Jalen Carter and 1 first-round pick and a second or 2 seconds, I am okay with it. I would rather have a commodity that's 24 years old that I have control of over the next 2 years. I would rather have that than a pick that I don't know what's going to be what. Getting back a premium player for Maxx and a first-round pick to me is a win-win, man. Oh, Mrs. Wasted all day long. Mrs. Wasted all day long. Neither one of my daughters can touch their mom. But salute, man. Salute, man. And this is the thing, and they say he hasn't had any off the field, issues since college. And that's true, right? But the one thing about, Jalen Carter is the support system that he's had around him with a lot of his college teammates. And I don't necessarily know whether or not, that really makes a difference for him. But I think it really does, right? Now, when we start thinking about it, he did have an on-field incident, right? In his season debut, September the 4th, the Thursday night game, he spit in Dak Prescott's face, bro. He spit on him following the opening kickoff and got kicked out of the game. And look, when he got ejected from the game, he got fined and all that stuff. And this is the thing. Not only is it freaking disgusting to spit on somebody, man, but it kind of shows you, where his mindset is. Now, look, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't need no choir boys over here, bro. I need people that get that get it done and get after it. I need people that get it done and get after it. And in the 3-4, we got to ask ourselves something, right? What does Jalen Carter look like in a 3-4 defense, in a base 3-4? You know what I mean? Because he is not he is not really your zero tech. He's more of a disruptive, 3 technique. But the thing is, man, he has that rare blend of power and agility that allows him to thrive in pretty much any defense, man. He draws double teams and he frees up the edges. This is the kind of player you need on a young defense that's ascending, man. Now, when it comes to the Maxx Crosby piece of this, right? When you start thinking about the Maxx Crosby piece of this, I really believe, at this point for me, right? I personally feel like it's time. If he feels like it's time, right? So we got to go back to, you know, the bad ankle sprain he had in 2024, grade 3, another grade 3. In 2025, had a knee injury in week 7 against Kansas City. You know, 2025 again, he had a meniscus, was on the IR. You know, he missed the final 2 games of the season. He's still nursing that injury. He had some stuff going on a few years ago where his knee was infected. Like, you know, the last 3 years, Maxx had his season ended by injuries, man. And I think it'll probably be for us the best thing to really, really go out there and shop him in an earnest way. Salute to the almost 500 of y'all in the room. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. Mendoza line with the $10 slap a room. And guys, breaking news, the Raiders have released Alex Kappa. My God. I mean, the Raiders are out here doing the Lord's work. They're releasing all the demons in Raider Nation. They released Alex Crapper. Oh, my God. Salute to John Spytek, man. Salute, man. Who was the AFL Godfather account? Man basically posted a video of Al Davis as a way of taking shots at Crosby running his mouth. I don't know. Listen, either which way, man, you know, like I said before, man, I don't have no hard feelings against that brother, man. Maxx is a good guy. Maxx is a good guy, man. I have no problems at all, man. No problems at all. Seriously, I don't, man. If that's what he want to do, you know, that's what he do. And yo, listen, man, this is the thing, right? Bro, we can joke and we can laugh, but when people lose their lives, you get sent to the gulags permanently, bro. It's not funny. The Henry Ruggs, Jalen Carter joke is not funny, bro. You can get the F up out of here. And I had to let that be known. Don't make jokes like that in my chat, bro. You can get the fuck on, man. Now, there's some people that worry about Jalen Carter's, you know, mental and his work ethic. You know, Bourbon County Reddit says, I heard Jalen Carter showed up out of shape last year, takes plays off, and yes, spit in the face. Bro, you're not going to find a defensive tackle that doesn't take plays off in a sense, right? Maxx Crosby is a one-of-one kind of guy. But if you already know that you're going to lose him anyway, you might as well get the most you can for him, bro. You might as well get the most you can for him and set this organization off in the right direction. Seriously, salute from everybody out there in Raider Nation too, man. Salute to y'all, man. Salute to my guy Omar. Bro, it's fishy that they wanting to trade him, Carter. He might be a problem. So unless the Eagles give us a first and a second, like what Dallas gave, I'll pass. And listen, bro. The thing is, I want a first round pick. If they give me a first and a second round pick and Carter, I'm with it. I think Dallas really, you know, the compensation is two first round picks. I don't necessarily need 2 first round picks. Give me 1. Salute to the almost 600 of y'all in the room. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Share this thing out to all social media too. Oh my God. Yo, my guy Quadre Sam Shadeen. Salute. Run younger. First his pops. For Maxx, maybe 4 or 5 at his POS. Nah, something is in the wind. I don't really know what that meant, Quadre. Do me a favor. Put that back in, bro. So I put that back up so I can read that. Pause too. My bad, bro. Yo, my guy, Cesar Lorenzo. I come here just to hear Wasted tell somebody to get that F up out of here. Well, listen, Cesar, you might be hearing that a little bit later, man. You might be hearing that a little bit later, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Yeah, but listen, Alex Kappa is gone, y'all. Alex Kappa is gone. Yo, my guy, JME boy. To be honest, I really don't want Carter. He's a head case. Look at what he did the first game of the season. Got thrown out, had problems with Georgia. Listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't need all of these freaking choir boys, bro. We're the effing Raiders. We're the effing Raiders. I don't need all these choir boys. I just need them to be available to play. But listen, if we color outside the lines a little bit, I'm okay with it. You can color outside the lines a little bit and be a Raider. And this just in. My guy, Ethan Melton from down in Dallas. He goes, 105.3, the fan in Dallas radio said that the Cowboys have offered the 12th pick and a second for next year. And DT, OC, or did you? Listen, man, I'm going to be real with you. That's cool too. But if I could get a superstar level talent that's 24 years old, to me, my eyes and my ears open up. My eyes and my ears open up. And guys, breaking news, once again, like I said earlier, Alex Kappa has been released. There's so many people across the league that have been released. We got to get into that too, yo. My guy, Dev Royal, with the $10 slappy. Wasted. If we get Jalen Carter, your dream of Darryl Russell 2.0 will be realized. I'm on board, bro. You damn right, bro. You are damn right. You damn right, man. Y'all saying it ain't good enough. I mean, I think some of y'all got to understand something. You're not getting back some nondescript player. You're getting back a guy that has really Hall of Fame potential, just like Maxx. Seriously. Yo, my guy, Viram, with the $5 slapper-room. 2 firsts and a second, and we get Jalen Carter. They get Maxx and Tyree, basically a swap of our picks from 23. We should have drafted Carter anyway. I mean, Verm, if you don't have to get rid of Tyree, why do it? If you don't have to, why do it, right? Like, I think that people are kind of losing the plot here when it comes to Tyree Wilson. Tyree Wilson in a 3-4 base is the perfect kind of defensive end for that. He really is. I think Tyree Wilson's going to really, really do numbers and thrive this next year. I really do. I don't think he's going to be some Pro Bowler, but I think he's going to thrive next year. Yo, salute to my guy, Tyler Rogers, with the $20 slapper-room. Oh, my God. You stay blessed, my brother, and appreciate you for always keeping the lights on here at Raider Nation Unlimited, my brother, man. You are the effing man. Oh, my God, man. My dog, man. Listen, and I'm going to be honest with you. Out of all the deals that I've heard, the Jalen Carter one really's got my ears open, yo. My guy, Esther, I personally like him because he's going to get beat the fuck out of Putnam. What? I personally like him because he is going to beat the fuck out of Putnam so that Spy Tech can get him the F up out of here. In my wasted talent voice. Salute, man. Salute, my brother. Salute, man. But we need a dog in this defense, man. Yo, my guy, Quadre Centrine. Carter is younger. Number 1 DT. Maxx is older. 4 or 5 at his position. The math isn't matching. Think Wilkerson. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. 100%, bro. 100%, man. 100%. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Darnell Mooney was also released too, guys. But I'm going to tell you something. Jalen Carter and Tyree Wilson, don't sleep on that tandem, bro. Don't sleep on that. Do not sleep on that. Salute to my guy, Raider Jeff, man. Wasted. How would you address the defense if we get rid of Maxx? I'm all for getting an interior like Carter. Well, that's a big way, right? Then there are a lot of free agents that have been released today. There is a lot of people that have been released. I would go out there and take a big swing on Devin Lloyd, right? And today, Rashawn Gary was released, right? And now, listen, I'm going to be real with you, man. Rashawn Gary, to me, is a guy that I would kick the tires on. I would kick the tire. I like Rashawn Gary, man, especially with a guy like Jalen Carter in the middle, man. Especially with a guy like Jalen Carter in the middle, man. 6'5", 277, 28-year-old. You know what I mean? 23 tackles, 7 sacks, 9 assists, 1 forced fumble last year. 25 stops, 35 hurries, 12 QB hits. He was balling in the beginning of the season too, man. Balling and putting Rashawn Gary in a 3-4. To me, I think that is a big physical defensive end, man. Big physical defensive end, man. I would love to see Rashawn Gary in a 3-4 defense here with the Raiders, man. I would love it, man. I would love it. You know, he is traditionally an outside linebacker in that scheme, and he thrived in that role. He's played in that role, man. I mean, he had 9.5 sacks in 2021 and 9 in 2023. When they transitioned into the 4-3, you know, his boost and his explosiveness and his you know, kind of game kind of dwindled a little bit. You know what I mean? I personally like Rashawn Gary playing in the 3-4, man. His 2 most productive seasons came in the 3-4 system. 81 pressures. He was the premier outside linebacker, man. That is his jam. That's really where his skill set lies. And now he, you know, especially when he's in the 3-4, he's a reliable run defender, man. Reliable run defender, man. When Jeff Hafley had him put his hand in the dirt, it didn't really work out that well. You know what I mean? Now, 2025, he was returning, you know, and he was trying to get the consistency that he lacked in the year previous to that. But I'm telling you right now, man, he is a guy that, you know, has that combination of speed and power that would make him a very, very interesting get. And he's a guy that you can go out there and pick up on a scrap heap. Salute to everybody out there. Yo, my guy Space Beast. It's feeling like a Reggie McKenzie Friday. Yeah, man, right? It kind of is, right? But it's a lot going on. The Bears are trading for Bradbury too, y'all. Salute to the Bears. They out there getting it done. Alex Kappa is out of the box. But man, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. The Raiders are moving. They're in a great situation to really turn this thing around, man. They're in a great situation. There are a lot of young, talented guys out there. No, there has not really been any word because I don't think that the decision has been made on Christian Wilkerson. You know, the Raiders and Christian Wilkerson are fighting over, you know, are the Raiders going to be on the hook for that contract? And that hasn't been kind of ironed out yet. There were a lot of things that happened behind the scene with Christian Wilkins that make it to a place where, you know, it is not a done deal on that situation. That's something that has to be contractually negotiated with the NFLPA and the league. And it's still kind of floating around, man. Still floating around. My God. If Spytech lets Howie fleece him and take their problems, he can get the F out of here. I have no desire to be another punch line for that. Look what Philly did to another team. I don't know why everybody's so scared of Howie Roseman. I mean, Howie Roseman definitely does a great job, but there are times where Howie Roseman is fallible as well. He's fallible as well. And to me, you're not really if Jalen Carter comes to the Raiders and screws up this year, it screws up next year, then it is what it is. You still got your first round pick. You still got the second round pick. Shit, give me Jalen Carter, a first this year and 2 2s, a 2 this year and 2 next year. I still got, for one player, I still got 4 players. And this is the thing. You don't have to turn around and give Jalen Carter a deal this year. You could pick up that 5th-year option. You could pick that 5th-year option up if he's not acting right. But guess what? If he comes in and cooks, then you roll the Brinks truck out and then you have a 25, 26-year-old anchor to your defense. My guy Raiders MF is in a place, man. But look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The thing with Christian Wilkins, we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna move on. The thing with Christian Wilkins is not gonna be decided until, you know, late into this offseason. Late into this offseason. The Christian Wilkins thing is not something that has happened previously. It is not something that's cut and dry. It is not something that you can definitely be speculative of. This is a wait and see thing. But either which way, the Raiders have the room. Hey, listen, the thing is, you're going to have to get something commiserate to with the Dallas Cowboys are offering. You have teams offering 2 first-round picks and a player. So for you to say that is not, it's not actual and factual. And like I said before, if you can bring in a Maxx Crosby to the Philadelphia Eagles based off of the people that they have there, they're going to lose some of these guys. But the Maxx Crosby contract is what makes this so attractive to a lot of these other teams, because they don't have to give him another deal. They know they have that bargaining chip, that blue chip piece for the foreseeable future. With Jalen Carter, you're going to either lose him or Jordan Davis. Now listen, this could be the Raiders and Spy Tech trying to twist Jerry's arm. It could be. Salute to my brother, Quadre Samsudeen. Here's the move. Grab Lloyd, Rashad, Linderbaum, 2 firsts from Dallas. Let's run it. Look, I'm going to be real with you, bro. Give me Rashawn Gary. Give me Jalen Carter. Give me that first. Give me Linderbaum. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to get Lloyd, Linderbaum, if they even want to come here, right? But just if I'm dreaming, that's what I'm looking at. But listen, man, I think Spy and people are putting this out here so that he can get Jerry to shit or get off the pot. Seriously. Now, guys, I don't know if you guys have heard today. I'm sure you have. The Raiders have released Geno Smith. We never knew ye. It was a bad marriage to begin with. And listen, man, I went on Geno's status today and I thanked him, yo. Now, Geno Smith, as petty as he is, he wrote, thank you, Lord. God is the greatest, right after he was released by the Raiders, right? And it's the thing, right? The Raiders, we're in a position right now where, we're about to draft the franchise quarterback, man. Geno never really fit here. We brought the veteran in once again, and it didn't work out. And I think that's why you have so many people in Raider Nation that are unilaterally online for us taking a quarterback, man. None of the moves worked out. The Pete Carroll thing, that whole regime is now and hereby gone, man. But the one thing I'm thanking Geno Smith for is being so bad, so horrendous, that we wound up with the number 1 pick, man. Salute to Geno Smith, man. Because if it wasn't for him, if he might have played just a little bit better, the Raiders wouldn't have the number 1 pick. So Geno, to me, is going to go down as a GOAT in Raider Nation. He's going to go down as a effing GOAT. Salute to that man. With his bum ass. You get the F up out of here, Geno. Yo, my God, CGR, remember said, wasted. Who's your favorite free agent? Look, on the defensive side of the ball is Devin Lloyd. 100%. Devin Lloyd, just period. Devin Lloyd is, look, you guys know how I love the linebackers, man. Devin Lloyd, like your life freaking dependent on it. My guy, CGR, gifting 5 Raider Nation Unlimited slappies to the masses. Welcome to the Wasted Down Army, y'all. Welcome, salute. And salute to my brother, UA Mel. Carter's a nice player, but he seems to be injury prone. And we know about his trouble history. We can get 2 firsts. I'm good with that. If not, I'm good. UA, I don't agree. Like, we sit up here and we say he's injury prone, right? But we act like Maxx Crosby hasn't missed time in the last 3 years, over injuries. We act like, Maxx Crosby isn't 5 years older than him. It's like we are sitting up here and we are acting like Maxx Crosby, could possibly be a guy that winds up like a freaking like JJ Watt. It seems like Max is starting to get to that point. Now look, man, he's been in the league 3 years. He missed week 6 in 2023 with an ankle sprain. They rested him in 2024, week 18. So that was nothing. In 2025 is when he started having some issues, right? 2025, he had a heel injury in week 6. heel injury week 7. He was questionable. He missed 3 games at the end of 2025, but he is not an injury prone guy. He missed 3 games, week 15, 16, and 18 with a shoulder and 1 with a hip, and he was out. So, to sit up there and call Jalen Carter like injury prone, I think that's a really, really strong take. I think that's a really, really strong take, man. But to me, look, it's all about getting the young players in the building, man. And people say, no way Howie would deal a 24-year-old star for a 29-year-old without knowing something. That's not necessarily true, bro. You got to look at it from this prism, right? The Maxx Crosby thing and what Maxx Crosby gives to the Philadelphia Eagles, right? The Eagles might value that pass rush prowess from the edge more than that interior presence because some of the other players that they have on their roster. Listen, when you start looking at that Eagles roster, man, that Eagles roster has a hell of a lot of talent, man. They have a hell of a lot of talent. And the thing about Jalen Carter, man, is he is a guy that has not been paid yet. He's a guy that has not been paid yet. You got a situation where, their linebacker room, they went out and drafted Jahad Campbell. They drafted Nolan Smith. Jahad Campbell is going to take that job from Nakobe Dean, even though Nakobe Dean came in and was balling. But, Jahad Campbell, they're going to move forward with Jahad Campbell, right? But you got a lot of guys making some big money. Jalen Hurts, man, $21 million cap hit. Lane Johnson, the right tackle. A.J. Brown, $17 million. Jordan Mailata, $15 million cap hit. Dallas Goedert, their tight end. Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, making a lot of money. Landon Dickerson, their guard, making a lot of money. Brandon Graham is 37. He's still on the roster. I don't know if he's coming back. But then you have a guy like a Jordan Davis. You still got Zach Braun balling, making money. Quinyon Mitchell is 24 years old. He's going to need to get paid. Like, there's a lot of guys on this team, bro. Nakobe Dean. Reed Blankenship is not a guy you got to really cash out. But Cooper DeJean. Like, there are a lot of players on this freaking team, bro. And I think that, if, with the Raiders, right, you got Byron Young and all of these guys on the defensive line. I think that they would be able to get by with keeping Jordan Davis. His contract will not reset the market. Keeping some of the guys that they got in this locker room and putting Maxx on the edge and getting that pass rushing prowess. And you're not going to have to re-sign Maxx to a higher deal. But I wouldn't look, I'm going to get off of the Jalen Carter thing. But I'm going to be honest with you, man. And listen, I give Howie Roseman his credit. But Howie Roseman does, like, he's not all powerful. Like, I think when you think about where he is from a contractual standpoint, the fact that they did pay their quarterback, the fact that they got all of these young rookies, right? And they have some guys that are not going to come in at that price point. If you were to keep a Jordan Davis, you can keep him there. You can sign probably more of your core by moving on from Carter now. I'm not saying that, maybe there's something that's less nefarious by them wanting to move Jalen Carter because they understand what that contract is going to look like in the future for them. And they understand and they know what Max's contract is for them now. And they would have Maxx Crosby's bird rights for the next few years. So you say Carter has 13 and a half sacks for his career. Not good, bro. He's a defensive tackle. What do you mean that's not good? That's excellent for a defensive tackle. Wait, man, what are you talking about, bro? He's a defensive, he's a goddamn defensive tackle. I mean, give me a effing break, man. You act like he's some defensive end or some shit. And listen, look, it's not rumors. It's not rumors. And it's funny, and I'm not even going to get into this and go back and forth, yo. Dude, if you think that all of this shit that's going around the NFL is just a rumor, bro, then yo, I have a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. It's not a rumor, bro. It's not a rumor. The man wants to leave. The Raiders are shopping him, and it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna sit up here and play the political game with y'all no more. Maxx is gonna get moved. My guy Raider Rick. I don't get the trouble history comment. He wasn't driving the car. He was in a different vehicle, allegedly racing. We should have drafted him. Yeah. Like, bro, listen, you guys know how I feel about that. I think that was bullshit that we didn't draft the kid, right? I don't want to keep talking about the Jalen Carter thing, but, you know, a lot of you guys that sit up here and you root for your favorite team, you forget that this guy's been in the National Football League for 3 years. He's only 24 years old. What were you doing when you were 19, 20 years old? Well, you know, I know for a fact, me and my boys used to race each other in cars and do stupid shit. And there before the grace of God go out, man. There before the grace of God. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've all made mistakes when we were young, bro. We've all made mistakes. And when it happens, people in the media and people, you know, that are fans of these teams, they forget and they take their humanity out of this. Listen, I understand these guys get paid a lot of money. I understand they're grown men, right? But are they really? Didn't you do stupid shit when you were 19, 20 years old? Seriously. I mean, come on. My daughter is that age now. My nephews are around that age. I remember like it was yesterday being that age. Bro, you're comparing Jalen Carter to a pass rushing defensive end. They're two different styles of not defensive tackle. They're two different styles. And Aaron Donald is one of the three best ever to play that position. To compare him to Aaron Donald is asinine, bro. To compare him to John Randall, Sapp, Aaron Donald, or Mean Joe Green is just plain stupid. The guy just got in the league. He's crafting his own way. Who the hell is Aaron Donald? Nobody is. If Aaron Donald's your measuring stick, bro, then good luck. But yo, I listen, I don't judge none of these young kids that do dumb shit. I don't judge none. Like, it depends on what they do. If they hurt someone else, then that's a different thing. But when they do stuff like the racing, listen, I'm not saying that Aaron, you know, that Jalen Carter is not a guy that has some stuff off the field. Of course he did. He wasn't squeaky clean. But is he some like a guy running around here that's just some like miscreant? Is he Aaron Hernandez? No. He's a young, testosterone-filled, dumb kid that something tragic happened when a car he wasn't even driving crashed. And the thing is, you know, people say like, you know, I'm scared of Jalen Carter in Las Vegas when the guy's in Philadelphia. Like, you know, you guys act like he's playing in Mayberry. He's playing in Philly. He's playing in Philly. He's playing in a major media market where there's enough trouble to go around in Philly. He's right next to New Jersey. He's right next to New York. There's enough trouble to go around, bro. There's enough trouble to go around. You can send somebody to Tennessee and they can get in trouble in Nashville. There's enough trouble to go around. If you looking for trouble, trouble will find you. Trouble will find you. I really, 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 really don't understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people say, he has a support system and this and that and the third. Bro, at the end of the day, man, if you don't have your head screwed on straight, it's going to rear its ugly head in the National Football League. Raider Rick, Donald is the measurement. Will draft nobody if he is. I that's a fact, bro. So why is Philly not Las Vegas? So what are we talking about? Philly got casinos. Philly got women. They got wine. They got song. They got shit going on. Titty bars everywhere. Like, what you mean? Listen, I frequent both cities. Yeah, there are a lot of casinos in Las Vegas. At least, if you're gonna get in some trouble with some women, at least it's legal to do it in Las Vegas. What's the difference? What's the difference? What is the difference? S. Jalen Carter just makes sure he does the Bill Romanowski to Patrick Mahomes. Hot tour. I'm not judging. Me neither. I mean, my God, man. Guy, Xavier Foster, man. Philly fans say Jalen's tape speaks more than the statue. Yes, the guy is fucking disruptive as hell. Look, you guys have just hijacked my damn show with Jalen Carter talk. You bunch of effing bums. This is not, we need to move on here. You guys have hijacked the damn show. I mean, listen, bro. 3 sacks rookie, 6 sacks rookie season, 4.5 sacks, 3 sacks last year. But super, super disruptive, man. Super disruptive. My dog, DeMarcus Webb. You damn right Philly ain't Vegas. Philly's worse. Hey, bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. So look, we got to talk about some of the other people that have been released around the league, right? Alex Ingold was released, right? And the Raiders have spoken about them going out there and bringing in a fullback, and Alex Ingold is a former Raider. He's a guy that, I don't know how Kubiak is going to try to use him as a lead blocker or a pass catcher, but Alex Ingold is a terrific guy to kick the tires on at this point. I mean, look, for me, I was really in the agreement. I was thinking to myself, I said, man, maybe the Raiders go out there and draft the fullback, the kid from Michigan or something like that. But, look, I would love to see the Raiders kick the tires on Alex Ingold, man. I would love it, man. I mean, what do you guys think about that? I mean, look, and this is not, you guys know me, man. I am not the Raider nostalgic guy. That's not me. I ain't the Raider nostalgic guy. Like, I move on. I move on, man. I move on. But let me tell you something. I am glad that they are bringing a fullback in. And Kenny, why is it a dead position? It's only a dead position if you allow it to be. That makes no sense to me, bro. You know what the problem is today? People want to revolutionize football, but the further you get away from basic football, when you start looking at teams that are winning, teams that win because, when it gets time to the nitty-gritty, when it's the playoffs, when it's cold, when the game is close, when the quarterback ain't playing well, what do? 3 yards in a cloud of dust, you run the football. And if you're a team that can matriculate that football down the field, passing, if you're a team that's able to get in your base jumbo offense and run the football down people's throat, let me tell you something. That right there is a winning formula. Stout defense, good down and distance, taking care of the football, running the ball. This is what we're talking about here, bro. Everybody forgets that at the end of the day, this is the same game that Red Grange played. This is the same game that Jim Brown played. This is the same game that Walter Payton played. This is the same game that Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith played. The same game that Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson played. These people, Adrian Peterson and LaDainian Tomlinson and all those great backs, this is the same game that Lorenzo Neal played. There is a place in this league for fullbacks. Kubiak uses a fullback in his offense, and let me tell you something, Kenny. We will be the better four with Ashton Jeanty. And salute to Twiz Ty Jigga 3116. Twiz, listen, man. I see what you're saying. I don't normally let bums come in here and hijack the show. You know, but listen, what will not be tolerated is you talking about the Raiders, you effing bum.
Man, you a bitch. You a bitch.
Yes, you are. Up here, just up in here, disrespecting, I mean, just shaboinker surfing up in here, bro. It will not be tolerated. It will not be effing tolerated. Let me tell you something, man. I am giving you 3 seconds to leave the room, or you're about to be unceremoniously blocked. You know what? I think this is best time as any to unceremoniously block a bum. You get the F up out of here. You are blocked. You effing bum. Get your weird ass up out of here. Listen, sometimes you got to let them know sometimes. You got to let them know sometimes, man. The F up out of here, man. And look, he is not even in the gulags. He has been defrocked. He has been banned from Raider Nation Unlimited. Banned. The F up out of here. Coming in here talking about the Raiders like that. Wonder what his team is. The San Diego Shaboinker Surfers. The F up out of here. It's an effing block party right now. But look, man, where's the Mokes? I don't know what the Mokes is. The Mokes is somewhere. The Mokes is somewhere, you know, just I have no idea. If he was an Eagle fan, who gives the F up out of here? The F up out of here. So listen, man. So let's get back into the ball, man. Football. You know, there were a lot of people who, you know, that just live in a world where they have to come and troll, man. Who does that? Now, guys, listen, there's been a lot going on this year, man. Like the Buffalo Bills released Taron Johnson, Curtis Samuel, Taylor Rapp, and cornerback Dane Jackson. The Saints and edge rusher Cameron Jordan came to an accord, and I think Cam Jordan is going to be out there as a free agent. He's a little long in the tooth. Man, there's just a lot happening out there, man. The Chicago Bears made a trade for Bradbury. You know, so the Chicago Bears addressed their need at center very, very early. Very, very early, man. You know, and listen, we got a situation where we have free agency afoot. We have free agency afoot, man, and it is going to be oh so glorious, man. The legal tampering period is amongst us, y'all. Rashawn Gary is being released from the Green Bay Packers, and I think the Raiders need to kick the tires on Rashawn Gary, man. I really, really do. I really do. I know a lot of you don't, but that is the reason why I am giving you information and not affirmation. Go kick the tires on him, man. Go kick the effing tires on him. I mean, my God. They say the Pats might beat us to Linderbaum. I mean, if they do, they do. There are a lot of good centers in this draft, guys. There are a lot of good centers in this draft. Salute to my guy, Kenny Mack. They don't know. I can remember how effective Crockett and Richie were as fullbacks. The right fullback can open major lanes for Genty. Yes. I mean, do you guys remember Marcel Reese? I mean, do you? Dual threat. Poverty franchise. Go Birds. OT getting Carter. Y'all not getting Carter. Bro, if we do, we do. We don't. So, but this is the crazy thing. If we don't get Carter, that means you don't get Maxx. And then you guys pay Jalen Carter $158 million. And then what you can do is you can lose the rest of your defense. You can lose the rest of your defense. And then you can have, your coach who thinks he knows everything, not win another Super Bowl. And we're going to be on a trajectory that you're not going to like. And we're going to beat you and whoever. You effing bum. F you and F the Eagles. West Philly, baby. Even if we keep Maxx with all these good players getting released, we can build a good defense around him finally. Yeah. But yo, listen, listen, guys, you got a lot of people. Said, when's the last time an elite edge won anything? I mean, bro, we're going to trade Maxx Crosby, whether it's to you guys or whether it's to the Cowboys, right? Either which way, you're going to have to deal with this Maxx thing, whether it's the Bears, whomever. I think Maxx is going to get moved 90%, right? And then we're going to we're going to do what we got to do. But listen, let me tell you something, bro. Having an elite edge is never something to where it is a drawback. It's always something that can help a team propel a team to a Super Bowl. From the Von Miller days to Lawrence Taylor to Reggie White to whomever, right? Having an elite edge rusher, whether you get to the Super Bowl or win it, is a great thing. Carolina back in the days with Julius Peppers. I mean, come on, what are we talking about? Listen, I was never a Will Campbell guy, but Will Campbell did play tackle this year. Will Campbell did play tackle. I'm not a Will. I didn't like Will Campbell at all. What the F are you talking about, you Mel? Shut your greasy faced ass up. The F up out of here, you effing bum. Trying to talk crap in my chat. You slick faced bastard. The F up out of here. Vic schemes about a second. Well, dog, listen, man. Listen, man. The rumors are out there. We didn't make them up. We got to talk about it, my brother. And if they get Jalen Carter, we'll be happy. If they don't, and we get whoever we get, then I'm all good. It's not, how we forget. I wasn't no big Will Campbell guy. What the F you talking about? I say, I think he can play left tackle in this league. And guess what? He did play left tackle in this league. And then he got exposed. But guess what? He was in the Super Bowl as a damn rookie. You act like the kid can't get better. You ain't Mel. You're a funny dude, bro. You love these definites with these players that aren't even fucking 25 years old yet. I mean, you Jerry curl face bastard, you. Now, we don't want A.J. Brown. We don't want none of your trash. We don't want none of your trash, bro. We're good. You get the F up out of here. I'm not no big Will Campbell fan. What the F are you talking about? I ain't no Will Campbell fan. But if they move him to guard, then that's good. If they move him to guard, then he'll probably play better. He's a young kid, bro. 22 effing years old. Started the whole season. had a team that went to the Super Bowl. I mean, what the F are you talking about? Which trade would I rather have? Man, look, the 2 first rounders are enticing, but I am a big Jalen Carter fan. I love Jalen Carter. I wish we'd have drafted him. So my heart, I'd probably be the Jalen Carter one, right? Yo, Mimbu looked good all season losing. Look, I liked Mimbu better than Will Campbell, but at the end of the day, we drafted who we needed. We got an elite young running back. I think that's going to help the Raiders. I'm not responding to your punk ass anymore. You wait, like you get the F up out of here with your crap. Talking about some Armin Mimbu. That's the effing Jets and the Patriots. We're the Raiders. That F are you talking about? Goddamn UA Mel with your crap every day. I mean, the F is going on with you?
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
I mean, my God. Yo, salute to my guy UA Mel, bro. Talking about this effing Mimbu. Yeah, the Mimbu crap scent, it always pisses me off. I mean, my God, man. Yeah, look, that's the one problem, right? Now, if the medicals aren't checking out, if he got a shoulder injury, then you got to start thinking about Howie. You know, I feel like, you know, every time Howie Roseman shakes your hand, you got to take a shower after. Howie Roseman is a slick customer, man. And we back. Yeah, man. Look, if Jalen Carr, I didn't know he had a shoulder. If he got a shoulder problem, give me the 2 first rounders from Dallas. Give me the 2 first rounders from Dallas if he got a shoulder problem. I mean, give me the Dallas deal. I ain't know. Thank you, dual threat. Thank you, dual threat. Robert Cisneros, the big ravioli. If Max stays, what kind of defense can we make? I mean, it's going to be a 3-4 defense. He's going to be outside, you know, linebacker, standing up, getting to the quarterback. I think, yo, it's not like, bro, either which way, having a guy like a Maxx Crosby on your roster can never be a downside. But getting the draft compensation and having a freaking GM that can, you know, craft a young roster on rookie deals is not bad either. Like, yo, the Raiders are sitting in a great situation. So either which way, just sit back, relax, and enjoy this. I mean, God, Geno, guys, let's talk about all the negativity, right? Whether you agree with this or not, Alex Kappa is no longer a Raider. I mean, my God, if Alex Kappa is no longer a Raider, I mean, what, bro? Alex Kappa not being a Raider is man, the Lord's work was done today. The Lord's work was done.
What's the tutorial that says you know what the fuck you doing?
In my God, the Lord's work was done. Taylor Decker is requesting his release from the Detroit Lions too, man. Alex Kappa is gone. Geno Smith is gone. This is a brave new world in Raider Nation. They are gone. I mean, salute. I mean, my God. And we're up here arguing. What are we arguing about here? I mean, Geno Smith, Eugene Interception Smith is gone. My God. He got bounced up out of here. I mean, God, man. This is a splendiferous occasion. You guys up here talking about some effing Armin Mimbu. We drained the swamp. Raider Ray, you about to get unceremoniously blocked with your crap. Talk that crap up in here. Don't you bring that Kardashian crap in here, Raider Ray. Now it's time for Caillou Blue Kelly to get his ass up out of here, man. You know what? I want to give a special shout out to Hug D's. A special shout out to Hug D's, man. Hug D's went out there and did what we all wanted to do. He got Geno to see exactly how much but look, at the end of the day, I'm kidding around, bro. Salute to Geno Smith, salute to Pete Carroll, because without them, we wouldn't have the number 1 pick. So to me, Geno was a GOAT for me, bro. Geno Smith he's calling us poison, but look, this is the thing, bro. Salute for my guy Alpha Omega, right? Look, he could call our fans poison, he could talk bad about us, but fuck Geno Smith. Geno Smith was a douchebag when he was on the Jets. Let me ask you a question. When Derek Carr was the starting quarterback for the Raiders, so I just brought DCF for all you people. I know some of you guys are up there, squirting lotion on yourself because I brought Derek Carr's name up, you effing bums. But if Derek Carr was our quarterback and somebody punched Derek Carr, what do you think would happen to them? What do you think would happen to a player on this team that punched Derek Carr? They would get the living shit beat out of them. They would get mop ringered. If somebody even tried to even talk harshly to DC, they'd be released and they would get their ass beat. Because guess what? His team loved him. If you touch any quarterback in this league, you would get your ass whipped. You know what happened to Geno Smith when Ike Enemkpali broke his jaw? He just got his jaw broke. That's it. Ike Enemkpali was on the team, and this guy wasn't even good. He wasn't even a starter. That goes to show you how Geno Smith was thought about when he was with the New York Jets. My guy, Raider Jeff, I miss Geno already. Can we bring him back and say, our bad, we want you to stay? The F up out of here. That's right. That's right, Raider Jeff. I mean, come on. Hey, man, blame me. Blame me. Big Mike, if someone punched DC, the big man upstairs himself will punch that player back on the spot. That's right, man. A depth guy broke the starting quarterback of the New York Jets' jaw and nothing happened. So that goes to show you what kind of guy Geno Smith is and how respected he is. He got his effing jaw broke. In 2015, the New York Jets quarterback Geno Smith suffered a broken jaw in a locker room altercation with teammate Ike Enemkpali caused by a dispute over a $600 flight. Enemkpali punched Smith, resulting in surgery and 6 to 10 week injury, which ultimately lost Smith the starting job to Ryan Fitzpatrick. The Jets released Ike Enemkpali. Smith underwent, had screws in his jaw, right? But guess what, man? The fact that bro even felt compelled to effing break his jaw goes to show you. This is a guy was a depth guy. Over $600. Got his whole cabbage cracked. Salute to my brother Big Mike. If we get Carter, you got to rock the Gumby. Holy moly donuts, let me tell you something, bro. I wish I could grow enough hair to rock a Gumby, bro. I am old. This is not the 90s, bro. I will not be rocking a Gumby. I would have loved to bring the Gumby back. There are a lot of you guys that won't let go of your mullets out there. There's a lot of you people that are rocking skullets right now. Insane right now. Now, I think the Buffalo Bills signed Ike Apale, bro. Yeah, man, that boy had Geno sipping in Sure. Yeah, and Raider Jeff, at least you know what a Gumby is now. At least you know. But yeah, Geno got Jake Paul, man. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. You know, Geno talks about being written off and not writing back. Geno, please don't ever write us back. Don't ever write the Raiders back. We never knew ye. You guys listen, man. Before I go, menoforder.com. Get your supplements, Men of Order. The natural supplement. Listen, if you want to be a champ in the gym, the bedroom, or the boardroom, going over to menoforder.com. Use the promo code WASTED to get a 30% off deal on Men of Order. If you're in the gym, if you want to be successful in the gym, if you want to be successful in the mattress, if you want to be successful in the boardroom, go get some Flow. Go get some Flow. All natural supplements. Men of Order. Yes. And listen, make sure you guys are staying moisturized too. I see a lot of you ashy mother effers on Instagram. Stay moisturized, you effing bums. Hulk Hogan made the skullet cool. Get the F up out of here, yo. Oh, we signed Ike Apale in 2007. I didn't even know that. Had no idea, man. And yo, salute all you DC diehards, which is nasty work. Salute to you guys. Salute to you guys, man. For real, man. I gotta let you guys cook, man.
God! Wow!
Oh my God. But God, this has been a splendiferous day. The Maxx Crosby stuff is sick and silly. There are, you know, rumors about Dallas popping up. We got to see how this goes on, man. But listen, Bodega Raider, stop being disrespectful to my business, Bodega. You gotta get the F up out of here. I know you're joking, but watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Menoforder.com, everybody. Watch your effing mouth. Also, listen, one of you guys, CGR, do me a favor, my brother. Put the link to my backup channel in the chat. We got over 800 of y'all in the room. Listen, guys, I need for you guys to do me a favor. We need to make sure that the Wasted Talent Army is protected. They're, you know, the backup channel is there for a reason. I think Maxx Crosby, I think the Maxx Crosby deal gets done tomorrow or Sunday. But I think by Monday, before the legal tampering period, I think the Raiders and teams need to know exactly what they're going to do going forward, what they're going to do in the draft and what they're going to do in free agency. And I think teams that have designs on getting Max need to know whether they can close that circle or not. But guys, the backup channel, we are going to start doing something different. I need you guys to go on over there and sub, get that channel monetized, and we're gonna be doing a lot of different content. I'm gonna cover a lot of the league over there. You know what I mean? A lot of shorts. We'll do some lives, but we're gonna start doing some things a little different, guys. But I think we'll know. I think by Tuesday, you will know where Maxx Crosby is gonna wind up. You know what I mean? You will know. These deals are not going to stay on the table forever. They need to move on. They need to move on. A lot of these teams are on in a situation where it's like, take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. They have to move on, bro. They have to move on. And the Bears officially released Tremaine Edmonds, right? So that's a good thing, too. The Bears have released Tremaine Edmonds. I'm not a big fan of Tremaine Edmonds. But listen, he's a guy that if you want to kick the tires on, cool. The Vikings center, Ryan Kelly, has announced his retirement. He's been a terrific center throughout the league. This is a big center draft. Big center draft. Joe Mixon has asked for his release from the Texans. That is a nice backup running back situation. Rashawn Gary is somebody that the Raiders should be keeping their eye on. Rashawn Gary is a terrific guy to bring in the 3-4. He had most of his production in the 3-4. This is a guy that if you are a Raider fan, be very, very happy if we were to bring him in. Seriously. I know a lot of people don't like him. I am a fan. I am a fan, man. I mean, but there is a lot going on. Sam Curl reached an agreement with the Rams. I mean, man, it's just a lot of news. But guess what, guys? We're gonna be here for you guys all weekend. And also, you know, Zaire Franklin is out there. They're looking to get on the salary cap. I think Zaire Franklin might get traded and or cut. He's not some. I mean, he's getting a little long in the tooth. For the right price, you can see that happening. But the Bears are trying to get right. They're trying to get right so they can have a shot with Maxx. Thank you, CG. I appreciate you. But guys, do me a favor. Sign up before you leave. Sign up before you leave to the backup channel. We're going to be doing some great things over there. And yes, Shiz, rewind the show, but hell yeah, I want Jalen Carter on the Raiders. Hell yeah. Jalen Carter, Devin Lloyd, whoever. I mean, my God, man. So are you on your way to the goulash of one and card? Yo, you can listen, you can do that. You can do that. You can want that. I am, you know, out of there with that. Salute to my brother David Walker in a place to be. But guys, listen. It's time for me to go. We're over an hour. It's 7 o'clock. Thank you, UAML. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate everybody that subscribed, send a super, send a comment, hit that like, had a view. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Love y'all. I am going to take my wife out to dinner right now. You guys have a terrific night. We will be back at you all weekend, man. It's Raiders Wasted Talent, Fierce Raider. Raiders Wasted Talent. It's up in the chat. The link is in the chat. Go on over there, subscribe, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. And I can't wait to see how this pans out. But I have a strong suspicion that this is going to be done by the weekend, y'all. So love every single one of y'all. The backup channel is right here, y'all. Go hit that link, hit that subscribe button, man. And listen, gonna enjoy dinner. We'll be back at you tomorrow. And guess what? We're gonna have another mock just for Anthony to complain and cry like a little clown. But you guys, love every single one of y'all. Y'all have a terrific night, man. Peace.